Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Victoria, and today we are receiving messages from pets. You've seen the thumbnail or the title. A very interesting video. So if you guys have a pet that you want to know what it would want to tell you right now, or if you have a passed on pet that you feel is still connected to you, still with you maybe, and want to hear what it wants to tell you, or if you don't have any pets, never had any, or maybe you're thinking about some kind of particular animal that you want to connect with, or with your spirit animal. So there's many options out there for all of you, but I'm guessing most of you are gonna go for the first one. This video was actually a suggestion, so thank you so much. Thank you everyone who has been suggesting things. I love your suggestions, and don't be shy. If you have any, leave them down in the comments. Anyway, these are the groups we have today, and we're picking with them scene with the card scene. Very beautiful cards for each group here. For group number 1, we have the Knight of Cups with this dog here riding I guess a pony. And for group number 2, we have the Queen of Swords. And group number 3, we have this Nine of Pentacles with the deer. All of them are beautiful in their own way, so take your time, see which one draws you in the most, and then move on to your part of the video. I'll give you some time, and I'll see you in your part. Hello, group number 1. You guys picked the Knight of Cups, and with that came the Page of Swords, the Star, and the Nine of Wands. This is a very positive and encouraging message you have here from your pets, and that also makes me very curious. What kind of pet do you guys have, or do you have several pets? I'm really interested, so let me know. Let's talk about this though. It really feels like they want to encourage you to keep going on in life with whatever you're currently doing, because it really feels like it kind of feels like they're watching over you and seeing you grow, seeing you become like a new version of yourself, seeing you completely change into someone new. Seeing you go through a whole transformation in a way from maybe a past where you were stuck in a position that you didn't really enjoy, where you weren't following your heart, to right now when you are trying to follow your heart. You're trying to change your beliefs, trying to change your mindset, trying to change your whole life, and trying to stay positive as possible. Maybe in the past you were not very positive. And even right now, they're telling you, even if anything comes up, if something happens and, something gets messed up, if you mess something up or someone else messes something up, it's fine. You can still be positive. You can still keep going, because at the end of the day, you're gonna make so many things right. Making one wrong is, no big deal. To us in the moment, it can seem like the worst thing in the world. But at the end of the day, when you really look at things from a higher perspective, or look at them from another's perspective, like your pets, they can see how much you've grown really, and how well you're doing. So keep following your heart, and keep trying to find new ways of seeing things, of thinking. Maybe in the past you would have never thought to even watch a video related to a message from your pet. You'd think, oh, my pet can't send me a message. My pet is, not as intelligent as a human. But now you understand that every creature has an intelligence within it, and a spirit that is, there for a reason. I really feel like, in a way, your pet is like a guardian to you. Not exactly a spirit guide, but a guardian. It really feels like it's a companion and guardian, where it's walking life's path with you. And I think it's with you during this transition for a reason, to kind of help you with its energy to keep going on this path of, I don't know why, but retribution is coming up, where you're really becoming someone new. You're really starting to open yourself up to a whole nother world, to a whole other it's like you're going from one book to another, and the first book was something very stale and like I don't know, like a book from school, a textbook, and the second book is like a fantasy novel that's like super amazing, yeah, super fun and magical. So really going from something really strict and in a way lower vibration or frequency to something that's much more imaginative, free, open, and I guess higher. And I am loving the positivity, really. And if you feel like you're still not here yet, then they can definitely see you getting there. So don't be discouraged if you're still trying to be more positive, trying to change into this. You will get there very soon. Like your pet is telling you, you are really, really coming to a whole nother level in a way. Let's see what other cards came through here. We have Desire here with this mermaid or siren. Desire. That's really interesting. I really feel like there's something about desires here with the Knight of Cups as well, the first card that you chose. The Knight of Cups does desire something. That's why he's going on his journey. He's going on his journey following his heart because he feels that he desires something else, not the thing that he has. And I feel like you've worked very hard to accomplish and receive what you have right now, but you probably kept desiring more and more and kept desiring like other things. And in the end found out that, you know, you're desiring these things because maybe what you have now was not really making you feel accomplished or making you feel happy, the emotions that you really want to feel. So I feel like your pet is telling me to tell you I'm really proud of you for actually following this desire and trying to go towards another level, trying to seek out what am I actually missing? What is it that I'm missing? And maybe it's not something physical that I'm missing. Maybe it's something internal. I feel like they're really congratulating you for looking deeper within, not looking at the outside and what you're missing on the outside. You're looking at why am I feeling like that, and not why don't I have this and that. So yeah, that's quite an accomplishment. Good job, group number one. Next we have the ivy here that is completely going to cover this. Maybe I should move it. So with the ivy, again, it's really coming together actually. Again, the ivy is a plant that kind of like reaches more and more and more, weaving and reaching for the sun, and it's like you are constantly reaching for more and more, for more desires, more things, but suddenly you might start feeling like things are crumbling. Your past is crumbling down because you're finally realizing that maybe those things weren't actually important. The things that I was trying to accomplish, they weren't actually things that would make me happy. They weren't things that would help me really be happy. So it's a scary time. It can be a very scary time now that you're going through, and that you're the way that the path that you're heading, because it's a path where destruction needs to happen so that you can build anew. And we build our lives with our experiences, with the things that we have, with the person that we are. I mean, the person that we are is kind of based also on our experiences in life and people who we were around, the place that we were around. things that we watch, things that we read, all of those things build up our persona, our, personality, our whole personality. And finally, for you, that is starting to break because you've reached so high, but you still felt like it wasn't enough. And that's when the breaking starts happening. The bottom starts breaking. All the stairs that you've climbed, they're breaking apart. No going back now. You can't go back. You could fall, I guess, but you'll still never end up in the same place that you were in before. And you know that, and that can be scary. So that's why I feel like it is such an encouraging message to keep going and don't be scared. Even if it gets scary, even if it gets uncomfortable here, making mistakes and things not going as we planned, everything will be okay as long as you keep trusting, following your heart, being positive, knowing that there is more out there and there is better out there. Sometimes, I don't know why I'm being told to say this, I guess. Sometimes we can feel like, well, maybe I should settle for this because there's people out there who never settle because they keep thinking, oh, what if the next one could be better and the next one could be better. But if you're always thinking the next one could be better, there's also a reason for that. Maybe it is because the next one could really be better. Or maybe it is that you need to work on the internal. Why am I feeling like this isn't enough? And that's kind of what you've been doing. That's what we're applauding you here for, I guess. And for thinking about that. Why am I not happy with this? So, yeah. Then you really find out whether you should stay or whether you should keep looking. Because sometimes you might find that, yeah, I'm actually okay with the situation. I feel like I can make it better, or I feel like it is fine. It was never bad to begin with. Or sometimes we realize, yeah, it really wasn't a great situation. I definitely can do better and find better. We also have here physical pain, and the other card from this deck is freedom. I feel like I already touched a bit on freedom. I feel like I was saying something about being free. There's definitely a freedom feeling as well with the Page of Swords too. Definitely freeing yourself. You're finally freeing your mind, finally freeing yourself from that box that we're all put in during our lives here. We're put into boxes and we're titling them like, this is my name, this is where I come from, this is my occupation, this is what I studied, these are all our boxes, this is part of my, like, I'm this kind of person, I'm this sign. All of these are labels on our boxes, but finally you're freeing yourself from there. And physical pain coming through here is not a surprise, because with all of this destruction that needs to happen, for this to keep going, there will be pain, and it's not going to be just internal. I think some of you might have been even suffering physically before because of some of the choices that you made. Somehow the choices that you made you suffer, or the secrets that you kept and the energy that you never released. It built up and created pain there. So now is the time when you really start seeing it. Because when those stairs below you start crumbling, you can kind of see what they're made of. Because when they're stairs, you're thinking, yeah, these are stairs. What else can it be? But then when it crumbles, you see what it's made of. So you see all the trauma that brought the pain. And seeing it can bring even more discomfort. But this is a necessary part of this. So if you're experiencing any kind of pain, know that this is a necessary part of this step, unfortunately. And I'm sure that if you keep going like this, the pain will fade away. And every pain has a reason for being there. If one of your hands hurt, there's a reason for that. There's the masculine, the feminine side of the body. Then we're talking about what does that body part symbolize, or what is it used for? So what does it mean? Maybe if your leg is hurting, might mean that you don't want to move forward. Every organ and everything has some kind of meaning. So you can look more into that in your own time if you're curious what your pain means. But going deeper into that can really help you as well. Alternatively, if any of you have some kind of have a pet that's in pain right now, or that was suffering a lot of pain, that is together here a message of saying that that pain was there and it was necessary to free them, because they were going through a process of freeing themselves. And you can see that in death as well, of both humans and animals, where a lot of people suffer and struggle before they die, but it's that struggle until the moment of death, when death is actually freedom, because you free, your soul is freed. You're taking a huge breath, getting out of the physical and breathing in, being freed. So all of that pain resulted in freedom, which again to us might sound very, very sad. But that is life. That is the nature of the universe and world that we live in. And pain does bring freedom. In death, but in other ways too. It doesn't have to be in the literal worst case scenario. Let's check out the next card. We have Sophia here. Divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within, and destiny. Your pet wants you to know that you're really getting into what your destiny is. You starting to move towards what you're passionate about and starting to really think differently and becoming more positive. That was your part of your destiny. That's part of why you came here. That was one of your goals to accomplish here. So that's why there's so much applause here for you, like round of applause, group number one, because you are doing it. You're stepping into this and you're feeling that wisdom and that intelligence. You're connecting with it here, with the Page of Swords, with the freedom. You're freeing yourself. You're connecting to the actual intelligence, because once we step away from the intelligence that we have here, and in terms of books, like, oh, I read books and I know everything in the books, and that's everything that we know, and that, I'm the most intelligent. But you're stepping out of that box and you're going into someone who's truly intelligent, who can connect to the actual intelligence of the universe. And in that way, you'll find out so much more than someone who is just reading a book, because anyone can read a book. Not everyone can understand what's in the book. Anyone can learn to recite something that's in a book, but not everyone can understand what they're reciting. And in that same, anyone can read a book, yes. But all the information in the universe is not in a book. There's so much knowledge that's not in books. So that's why it's so important for you to go through all of this, to go through this, like, pain that will liberate you, to connect with this intelligence within. And speaking of pain, again, connecting to the intelligence within, asking your body, asking asking yourself, why do I have this illness, or why does this hurt? Because you can go to a doctor and they can tell you lots of things, and sometimes you find out, yeah, they're right, but a lot of times you actually find out that no, they actually got it wrong, and they didn't really help. So yeah, I tried this even once with someone asked me the time. I didn't look at it at all, at the clock or anything. And I just asked myself, what is the time? And I just said randomly what came through. And then the person who asked me looked at the time, and it was exactly the time that I said. So even time, when we connect so deeply with the intelligence within, we don't need outside things telling us, for example, what time is it? Or why is this hurting? Or what do I need to heal? All you need is that internal intelligence. And that is the path that you're on right now, to discover more of that. And I feel like somehow your pet is there to help you and encourage you and stay with you during these times when you're really going through these shifts and finding out more. It's beautiful. Beautiful reading. The last card I have for you is Fairy of the Mystic Forest. You have the power and aptitude to make your dreams come true. All you need now is commitment to make it happen. Yeah, I mean, it fits very well. It fits very well with everything. You have that power, you have the aptitude, you can make your dreams come true, you can see them, you can imagine them. Now you can start creating them. Now that you've been connecting, now that you've been releasing, now that you've been healing, you can actually start creating. And all you need to do is believe in yourself and commit to it. Keep going on this path, and know that it will be fine, that everything will work out. Because sometimes it might seem like, maybe it's not going to work out, maybe it's not going so well, but actually it's going really well, and we just can't see it because we're looking at it in a very particular perspective. Group number 1, this was a really amazing reading. Thank you for being here and for, I guess, participating in this. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Again, a round of applause to all of you group number 1s. I hope that you're gonna have an amazing day, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye! Hello group number 2, you guys picked the Queen of Swords, and the cards that came with it are the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. Before I start group 2, I am curious, what kind of pets do you guys have? Let me know in the comments. I really would like to find out. Anyway, let's start with your reading. We have the Queen of Swords here. So I feel like this is gonna be a tougher one. Since you can see here, we have the 7 of Swords, we have the 3 of Swords. Things are not looking that great. There's some negativity there. There's some things that happened maybe in your life that were not that nice. Let's say that. It's possible that for some of you, you had a person around you that was somehow stealing from you, that was jealous of you, that was somehow taking energy from you, or not allowing you to really speak. There's a lot of variations here, but it was definitely someone that was somehow robbing you of yourself. And that really hurt you. Something there really hurt you. It might be someone from your family as well. This pet that you have, or pets, I guess, maybe there are multiple, I really feel like they're very special to you, and they're kind of like guides. maybe spirit guides or guardians, and they're really there to help and assist you through your life when they're there. Help and assist you in terms of, especially when you're having a rough time, especially when you're having those really sad moments. They're there to kind of lift your mood and help you get through whatever you're going through, because they know that it's hard. They know that it's not easy for you to be a human, to have all these emotions, to have all these things happen to you, and that you need some kind of emotional support. You need that, and that's why you have that pet there. I really feel like the Queen of Swords here is what they are encouraging you to become more of. It is what you should be striving to be: more confident, more independent, and more outspoken, unafraid to be yourself and to speak your truth, unafraid to put boundaries between yourself and people who have harmed you, who have wronged you, and unafraid to just be you and living the life that you want. It just feels like there's a fear there in you. It's either because something happened recently, or in the past something happened to you that was really awful. Again, someone really hurt you, really harmed you in some kind of way, like either stole from you, was very jealous, was very negative around you, and this really scarred you and made you unable to speak up and made you unable to be yourself, even in front of your family. And I don't know if everyone fully understands it, so I'll say it. But when things like this happen to us as kids, it doesn't matter if it's by someone from our family or by someone outside, I guess, by friends. It really scars us and leaves that scar. And that scar never heals unless we really go deep and actually work on healing it. We just most of the time pretend like it doesn't exist, and then sometimes we get those triggers that show us, hey, this hasn't been healed, but we're like, oh no, it's this other person's fault that they did this again to me. How do I keep being around people like this who don't listen to me, who don't understand me? It's because there's things that aren't healed, and when you heal them, you can finally move on, and you'll see that once you heal, you'll start meeting different people. For example, if that's the problem that you're having. But yeah, we're talking about healing, definitely, for sure here, and talking about the family, especially when something happens within the family, especially our mother or mother figure, father or father figure. When they hurt us, it really hurts, and it really leaves a big mark, because as kids we're thinking that these are the people that are nurturing us. This is like our little god, or king and queen, who are nurturing us, who are supposed to help us, who are supposed to love us, and who are supposed to always trust us, always be there for us. And when they hurt us in some kind of way, when they don't allow us to, don't listen to us, even just one time, trying to say something to your mom and she says, sorry, I can't listen, I'm busy. Even that kind of little thing can leave a scar on a child, and that can stay for years, for the whole life, because that one time your mom was busy and kind of reacted a bit like, ooh, I'm busy, don't bother me now. And that can make you not want to open up. So I just want us to fully understand how these, even the littlest things, can leave the biggest scars. And it's so important to remember that, because right now I feel like your pet aka your spirit guide or guardian, is trying to tell you that it's time to heal some of this. It's time to start being able to stand up for yourself. And even if you have to start off being a bit too harsh, a bit too cold, at least you're starting off somewhere. So it's about starting, and then the more that you become this new self, the more you'll learn, oh, maybe I can say things in a nicer way so that I don't have to hurt people as well. It's a gradual buildup of things and your new personality. And something that will really help is diving deeper into your past with your family. Maybe your pet has been with you and your whole family for a long time. Or maybe this is a pet that was with you in your childhood. But it really feels like this is very much to do with the family and to do with most likely when you were younger, in your childhood or younger years. There is pain there. We have here good company. And of course, good company. This is like my favorite card, but here it's coming through more to tell you that it's time to choose good company. It's time to find good company, because maybe, again, in the past, you've been around people who are not good company. People who, again, were jealous or were stealing or were doing all of these things. And again, there is a reason for that. But now you're being told it's time. You're ready to really grow, to heal, so that you can finally find good company. And maybe you're one of the fortunate ones who will get good company before you fully finish healing and fully finish becoming who you, this Queen of Swords, let's say, which would be amazing. But make sure to treat this new good company the way they deserve to be treated, not the way that you were treating your friends from the past who maybe were not very good to you. This good company card overall is just a very positive one to come through here. It's definitely telling you there are good people, good spirits as well. Good spirits, and they're out there trying to help you and trying to assist you. And even the people who are stealing from you, even they were good company, because they were trying to tell you something. These negative people, they're trying to tell you something. So listen to them and what they're telling you with their actions, not with their words. What was that action telling you? What is your reaction telling you? Everything is good for us because everything is trying to teach us something. When you see it in that way, then you're always in good company. Good way to think of things. We have here the Crocus, which is the next card. And your reading is quite interesting. It's a lot about speaking, a lot about standing your ground. And again, the Queen of Swords, and even with the Crocus here, it might seem there is an energy of, you might end up being a bit of a bitch, let's say, to people. The way that you speak, or the way that you cut them off, or tell them that, you're no longer going to be friends, or no longer want to speak with them. But sometimes that's necessary. It's a necessary step, because it's better to make that step than to not make it and hold your tongue forever. Again, it doesn't have to be instantly perfect. You're not instantly going to be the most perfect person in the world. So little steps, trying to just get there. So try to express yourself more. Try to stand up for yourself more. Because again, it's better to voice your opinion and maybe voice it in a funny or maybe a bit too aggressive way. than to not voice it, because at least then it's being heard. But when it's not heard, it's stuck inside you, and all of that builds up, and that's what creates problems later on, different kinds. It can create illnesses, it can create future arguments that could be way worse if you don't speak right now. So speak now, and learn how to speak better. Easy. Yeah, it sounds easy, it's not. We have duality here, and the other card from this deck is guide. Oh, same animal. Guide, spirit guide. Again, these pets, they're definitely very important to you, very connected to you, and they're guiding you. They're helping you. They're like, I feel like for some of you, definitely your spirit guides or guardians of some kind. But this is quite an interesting one here with the duality. So let's talk about the duality, because I really feel like your pet is like very intelligent, like a very intelligent soul that's really coming through, very intelligent, and maybe also a bit more like queen of, or like a very swords energy, queen or a king of swords energy, where it's very upfront and telling you, you suck at this, you need to work on this. But it's really good, because at least this way you can find out exactly what you need. It might hurt a bit, but pain facilitates growth. I was looking for the word. Anyway, duality. So with this card, I really feel like the message here is that in this maybe possible indecisiveness, not making choices, being too scared to voice your opinion, being too scared to make a choice, being too scared to even make friends, because what if they're the same as the people from the past, or you're too scared to make a family, because what if the same things happen that happened to you, or just being scared for so many reasons, and focusing a lot on duality as well, and the darkness in the world. For example, you're seeing all the bad things and you're like, these bad things, why are they happening to me? Why am I constantly surrounded by these people that are either stealing from me, or they're stupid, they're annoying, they don't understand me? These things, again, they're showing you, and this card coming through is really a confirmation for that. They are showing you what you need to learn. What are you being shown? Maybe there's something there within you that's holding some kind of energy like that too, or some kind of wound, and because of that wound, you keep bringing those same people because it's not healed, or there's something that you didn't fully understand. Like, why do people keep using you? Because you can't stand up for yourself. If you can't stand up for yourself, and you can't have confidence and stand your ground, then of course you're going to keep coming across people who are not going to respect you, who are not going to listen to you, who aren't going to take you seriously. So it's important to not look at duality in a bad way. Again, good company. They are good company because they're there to teach you something. What is it? Figure it out. Every each one of you is gonna have, a different thing that you need to learn. So I can't tell you. You gotta do that work yourself. And here with guide, it's definitely telling you that too. You're looking for answers. You're looking for all these answers, and you know what they're telling you? They're giving you the answers, but they're not giving them to you, like spelling it out. They're telling you and giving you so many signs with people, with their actions, with everything that you're seeing around you. Everything is a sign. So what is it pointing towards? Look between the lines. Look between, and use your intelligence to figure it out, because you ultimately are your own guide. You have these pets, these spirit guides, these all other star family, everyone, they're around you. Yes, they're supportive, but the real guide of your real guide is yourself. Yourself, your higher self, you. Your higher self is you. So listen to yourself, pay attention to yourself, and figure out where you need to go, how to stand up tall, and how to keep going, keep moving. Whew. It's again a bit of a hard one, a bit of a tough one, a bit of a heavier one here with you guys, and more lessons. Healing the motherline. So we were talking about family before, how something happened with the family, most likely some kind of trauma that, you know, one of your family members ended up traumatizing you somehow, I guess. Even with the littlest things, without them wanting to. But you know what? There's a reason to everything that your mother did to you. All the ways that she taught you, all the ways that she acted. Because look at her own life. If you can dive into that, figure out why she became the way she is. It's not because, oh, she's like a low vibrational soul and she's negative and wants to experience negativity. It's because of all of the trauma from before that. And maybe she wasn't able to clear it. Maybe she wasn't able to, you know, stand her ground, just like you're unable to do that. And in a way, you can see who you will become when you look at that, when you look at your parents. You can see the potential you. Is that who you want to be? Or do you want to heal yourself, your whole line, help yourself, help everyone else? Make it so that everyone can express their opinion. Everyone can express what they want to express. And make it a better world where, you know, the things people say aren't gonna trigger the people hearing them. And that goes both ways. It's not always that that person shouldn't have said that. It's also that the person on the receiving end, why are they getting triggered by it? People who get triggered usually never think about, why am I getting triggered by this? Usually they just stay angry at whoever said whatever they didn't like. But it's about both sides healing and coming together, because once everyone is healed, no one is going to get triggered by anything, and no one is going to want to say anything that's triggering anyway. So yeah, it's just the process is to heal these things and to be able to stand proud and tall. And also knowing your shit and knowing what you're bad at, and knowing the dark parts of you and owning it, not being scared of it, not being ashamed of it, just being it. You know, if you're clumsy, be clumsy. Who cares? If you're a bit too forward with the way you speak, then that's just the type of person you are. And there's no need to hide it from others. There's more of a need to heal. Because if that part of you, like if you're too forward and too honest and you're hurting people, yeah, again, part of it is in them. Why are they getting triggered? Why are they getting hurt? But also, if you're speaking in a way that's hurting others, then there's something within you too that maybe needs to be healed and fixed. And then when you do that, you're not going to be saying, again, not going to be saying things that are going to hurt others. Anyway, I think you guys get it. I think I should stop repeating the same thing over and over again. The last card I have for you is Fairy Voyage. A child of power. As a child of power, you can bring joy and purpose to the world. And you can bring so much joy and purpose to the world if you stand up, be confident, and put yourself out there. If you actually dare to make a choice, make a change, and look forward. That's it. You'll bring so much positivity once you stop looking at the world as black and white. Stop being scared and ashamed of who you are. Whew. Group 2, I hope that you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Sorry if I offended anyone. I don't know how, but yeah. Again, if you're triggered, then wonder why. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hello, Group 3. So you guys picked the 9 of Pentacles, and the cards that came with it are the 4 of Cups, the Devil, and the Moon. So what does that mean? What is the message from your pet? By the way, I'm curious, what kind of pets do you guys have? Is it one pet, several pets? Did you have more pets when you were younger? I love pets. I want to find out. Anyway, let's talk about this reading, this message. So it's quite interesting here what we're talking about. We have the 4. Let's start with the 4 of Cups and the Devil, actually, because it's quite an interesting combination here. We have someone looking sad, not very happy with what they have, and possibly looking for potential ways out, of the darkness. I feel an uncomfortability from darkness. Like maybe you guys feel literally uncomfortable when it's dark, but uncomfortable when you're participating or seeing people do bad things, like indulging in things, alcohol, drugs, junk food, fighting, death, killing, everything that you could think of as negative, aggression. There's definitely an uncomfortable feeling there. Of course, it's not uncommon. It's kind of normal, I guess, for someone to kind of feel a bit uncomfortable when they see that. But for you, I feel like it's stronger, and I feel like maybe some of you have been living in some kind of uncomfortable situation. Like either you were abusing some kind of substances or doing something that was not affecting you very well. And right now you're really finding a way out. Like look at the card, the moon itself. It's dark, but the moon is lighting the way. So the moon is showing you, here's the light, follow it. And you revere the light, you love it, but you can only see the light because it's dark. There's a big duality. I wonder if any of you are like, have any Scorpio, like if you're a Scorpio or if you have Scorpio in your chart. I feel like there's definitely going to be someone out there, and that's your sign that you definitely needed to hear that. If you do have Scorpio on your chart. But there's definitely a duality where there's a part of you that really enjoys this, but there's a part of you that hates it. It's like a love-hate relationship with the devil, I guess. With the darkness. It's like you don't want to be in it, but you can't escape from it. Like like a lot of people with drama, like they hate drama. They say they hate drama. I hate drama and never want drama in my life. But then they're constantly like drama magnets, and things are constantly happening to them that is like crazy. And they keep saying, I don't want any drama in my life. I hate all this drama, but then they keep attracting it. So, why? That is a question you need to ask yourself if that particular thing is happening to you. But I don't know for you if it's exactly drama. With you, I don't know why I'm feeling some kind of substance abuse for some of you. I don't know if you're the abuser of substances or someone in your family or someone around you, but there's something here about that, and it just feels very uncomfortable. Like it's created a lot of pain for you literally physically or for you mentally, and I can see why you would want to leave that, why you would want to finally get out of there, why you would want to follow the light here towards a better path, towards the the light, I guess. With the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like the message here from your pet is that, I don't know why, for you, even if you have pets, I don't think this is a message from your pet. This is from your spirit animal. That's what's coming through. It's from your spirit animal. So you might want to somehow try to look into what kind of spirit animal you have. Like just asking a question and waiting for an answer. I'm sure that you will get it either instantly or sometime soon. But I really feel like it is from your spirit animal, and your spirit animal is kind of guiding you away from this darkness that you kind of wanted to get away from, but you just couldn't escape, because like the devil, he is usually what has the people chained, and here I guess he's got them hooked. They're hooked on these foods, so they can't stop eating. And even if they want to stop eating this junk food, they just can't stay away from it, because their brain is affected by the junk. And it wants more. It's exactly like when with drug withdrawal, where you want more and you start getting withdrawal symptoms. That can happen with junk food too. I'm serious here. I might be laughing, but I'm serious. So yeah, it's about that devil chaining you, but the spirit animal is trying to help you escape from this and to help you finally see and follow the light, because you can get away from this and not be in this uncomfortable situation, and be in a situation where things are right, where there's a flow of abundance, and where you are happy with everything that you have, and where there isn't an uncomfortable feeling. It doesn't matter what you're surrounded by. It matters how you feel about it. And the important part is that you're feeling uncomfortable right now. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand, but I am. So something about a triangle. This group 3 is full of some kind of messages, like weirder messages. So someone watching this out there, you receive messages in a weirder way. Group 1 and 2 are not like this. But yeah, it matters how you feel about it. And since you're feeling uncomfortable with the situation, it means that you're finally ready to get out of it and finally get into this situation here. Again, the situation where you feel comfortable with everything that you have. It doesn't mean that you have everything that you ever wanted. It means that you have everything that you need. Whew, let's check out some of the cards, and I accidentally pulled out too many, but let's take this out too, since it wanted to come out. We have the Dandelion, that was feeling impatient, I guess. And the backwards is forwards. And let's take out the birch too. Whew. So backwards is forwards, and that makes sense here. The uncomfortability of going back or feeling like you're going backwards, feeling like you're not progressing at all, and that things are just going backwards. But actually, that feeling, it's what it is. It's just a feeling. It might feel like you're dropping down, but actually, you're going up still. Let's imagine this. If you're climbing, like this, and at one point you kind of, start climbing more in this angle, you might feel like, oh, what's happening? Am I going down? Or is it straight? It's not. It's just that it's not going as fast, and at this kind of angle where it's going, it's so hard to explain. It's just that your progress is not in the speed that you're used to it to be in. You're still progressing. It's just that you can't see properly that you're still progressing. You might feel like you're going back, but you're not. This is part of the progress, part of the way to progress. And part of the way is to go backwards, to see what you had before, and to feel uncomfortable in it, to see your growth. Because if you don't go backwards, if you don't see your history and see how, maybe your life was not so great a few years ago, and if someone thrusts you into, if somehow the universe thrusts you into the same life again, you start feeling uncomfortable because that's not the place for you anymore. You have a new place. You have a place that is much better suited for you. And that's how you see how much you've grown and how far you've come. And again, that's also part of the growth, because then you can keep going. And there's also something to be said about, even if you do go down, a bit. So I was showing with angles that are still going up, but sometimes you have to climb a bit of a hill, then go down a bit, and then there's another hill that's even higher. But to go to the highest part of the mountain, you have to go through that little dip. And that's this backwards is forward. That's what is happening, or what has happened. That you went through the dip where you realized, oh shit, that exists, and it feels uncomfortable. It does not feel good. So now you can keep moving forward. And with the dandelion that wanted to come out so much, it's definitely a card that symbolizes a new beginning, because the dandelion grows, it's finished, beautiful, marvelous, all of that work, and poof, someone or the wind blows it all away. Everything gets blown away. And what was the point of all of that work? Well, to get blown away and to start over again. And that is the nature of life, and that is the point that you are at right now. The point where there is a new beginning. Again, birch as well, new beginnings. Following the light, trusting and following the light here in the moon will bring you to a new beginning, and starting things anew could feel uncomfortable as well. It can feel a bit bad, because you worked so hard to build certain things and to create what you created, and it can feel sometimes bad to abandon it, or to have to completely break down everything that was your life and you before. But again, we should not be attached to anything. Create for the sake of creation. Don't create so that you can get attached to things. Because once you get attached, you stay and then things get uncomfortable, and then things start getting dark. Because if you don't leave when you need to leave, the devil's not going to let you leave, and you're going to stay there. But now is your time to keep moving forward. So your spirit animal is guiding you through this new beginning. Really interesting. Very, very forward that it's a spirit animal. I didn't expect that. So we have communication here, and we also have message to pass on. With communication, what I'm getting from this card is that if you are confused right now about where you should head, like I'm telling you now, new beginnings coming, and you're thinking, what new beginning? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I have no idea where to go, what to do, what's gonna happen. Things need to be built slowly for you and figured out slowly. And if you can't fully explain to yourself what you want to do, if you can't decide it instantly, if you don't know exactly what is coming, then try some other more creative ways to figure that out, like writing down things that you like doing, writing down, for example, of course, or writing things down, drawing things, finding a more creative way to figure out what's coming in your future or where you need to head. And also looking out for messages that aren't very, let's say, forward and like exactly written out to you. Because some people might receive messages really clearly, like, go here, do this, do that, that's it. But for you, I feel like it will not be like that. You have more of a choice, and it's also part of the game. Part of the game to let you figure out the messages in this kind of way, where they're giving you little breadcrumbs, feeding you these little breadcrumbs, and you just have to keep going and following them and trusting that this is communication from your spirit animal. Your spirit animals want to communicate with you. That's why you're watching this video and you're watching this group, because right now they want to communicate with you and they want to help you keep going. But the way that they communicate is not the same way that you might communicate with your spirit guide with, for example. And the way that they're going to give you the answers will be a bit different. So your way of communicating with them needs to be a bit different. You need to have more of an open mind with them and be open to different ways of communication. And here with message to pass on, I guess these black cards usually are ones that, you know, you look at, you meditate on or with, and you allow yourself to receive the message, not being told exactly what the message is. Again, the communication with them will be different. Maybe there's some particular symbol here in this card that means something to one of you. Something in the exact wording might mean to someone else. Something about the number might mean something else to someone else. And you have to keep looking at these signs and allow your spirit animals to really show you the way that they're meant to show you the way. Which I don't know what that means exactly, but you will figure it out, I guess. That is for you to figure out, and that is all I can say. Next, we have Forest Spirit. You have the wisdom to make changes in your life if you act with authority and let go of doubt. So that devil, he keeps us down. He keeps us down with the doubt. And you know who the devil really is? It's you. It's me. It's all in us. All of that self-doubt, that's the devil. All of that darkness that's in every single one of us, that's our own personal devil. And I don't want to, I don't want us to see it as the way that it's depicted in, let's say, media, and also in, I guess, Christianity. It's when talking about the devil, I'm talking about the darker side of each of us, the doubts, the addictions, the fears, the anger, the aggression, the sadness. All of that darkness is keeping you from moving forward, and from realizing, and from connecting also with your spirit animals completely. It's keeping you from connecting. It's keeping you from realizing where you need to go next. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have this in you right now for a reason. Again, it's part of the game. It's part of the experience for you to realize this, and for you to start like clearing away the clouds, so that you can see clearly, and you can finally realize what you need to do, what you want to do, and what you're going to do, and what you're going to create. And it's all in you. And I want us to go back to that part at the beginning where I said it's not about what you have, it's about how you feel about what you have. It's not about where you are, it's about how you feel about where you're at. They're telling me to talk about a particular thing that happened to me, so I guess I will. There's this store I go to sometimes, and every time I would go there, I'd feel so exhausted. I would feel completely drained when coming back, and I was convinced there must be some kind of negative energy there sucking away my energy. But one time I went there and I said to myself, you know what? No, I will no longer be put down by whatever is there, whatever was making me feel down there. I will make that venom and that poison, I guess, into medicine, and let it energize me and fill me with more energy, and help me be, I guess, healthier and happier. And as I was there, and even as exactly at the checkout, I just felt this wave of like energy. And I was like, yes, it really does work like this. It really is so easy. So how do you feel where you are right now? And can you change how you feel about it? Because sometimes it's not about changing the place or the people or the job or whatever, it's changing how we feel about it. And again, I did mention that I felt a very uncomfortable feeling with you guys. There's an uncomfortability where you're feeling uncomfortable, and because of that you want to make changes, and changes are due. You must make changes. But you're also confused probably about where to go. How can you make changes if you can't come to terms with where you were, and come to terms with your own darkness, again, your own devil, coming to terms with that, and making friends with it, again, turning that poison into medicine. That's how you will unlock your future, your ultimate, I guess, highest vibrational future. The last card I have for you, group 3, is Twilight Magic. You may feel that you cannot move forward in life, but you're blessed, so move on with love. I'm sorry, that's just the funniest way to end all of this. Yeah, exactly. I was saying, you might feel like you don't know where to go, what to do. You might feel like you can't move forward, like you're stuck. But you can. You're blessed, so you can just move forward. You don't even have to worry about it. It's so funny. We're talking for 20 minutes about this, and you're probably worrying about it for so long. But it's so easy. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. You're blessed. You'll be fine. Whatever happens, you'll be fine. Whatever you choose, you'll be fine. And that's just it. The less you worry, the less you try to control things, the better things will go. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but again, it's about coming to terms with some things, with certain parts of yourself and certain parts of darkness itself, and knowing that darkness can be good as well. If the darkness wasn't here in this moon card, you wouldn't be able to distinguish the light of the moon from the darkness. So the darkness is just trying to hide you from certain things. It's trying to protect you. And ultimately, you're the one who put the darkness there inside yourself, to protect yourself, because you're scared of moving forward. Ooh, we're really going really deep into this. If you're scared of moving forward, you put the darkness there so you can't escape. You put the devil there, you can't escape, and you're thinking, oh, can't escape, I want to, but I can't. You don't really want to escape. You don't, because you feel safe where you are. And that's how most people feel. They feel safe where they are, so they don't want to move forward. But now you know that all you have to do is change the way you feel about things. It's that easy. Like, you flip a switch. That's it. Group 3, I hope that you found this helpful. Sorry for laughing. It's not that funny. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!